To another Tuesday talk with Ruby Reese. Tonight is not just any Ruby Reese Tuesday talk, it is the final one of 2023. So we decided to do a year in review with our very own Chris from the Ruby Reese team. Chris, could you give us a brief introduction to yourself?
Hi, my name is Chris. I think a lot of people know me. But yeah, I'm the second director of Ruby Reese, and yeah, I'm happy to be here in my first Tuesday talk.
Exactly. So we've nearly done 30 of these this year. So we thought it was high time to get Chris on. He's not being rude and checking his WhatsApp while we're on the call. We're going to try and take some questions as we go, if he can log in and check them. Because if you haven't noticed, we've got a different setup this evening as well. The camera is much further away from me than normal. So whatever chance that I usually have of catching a question, there is close to zero tonight without Chris's help and his phone at hand. So thank you very much for joining, everyone, and thank you, Chris, for joining me here. So I suppose, do you maybe want to share a little bit about what you do at Ruby Reese? What does a normal day look like for you, and maybe give people a little bit of perspective of what you do?
That's funny. A normal day in my life doesn't exist. But this is cool. I like it. So the only consistent is actually that in the morning, the first thing I do is do the accounting. I know a lot of people will say this is totally crazy, but I like it. And then the second thing, which is really consistent, is then preparing orders and drive to the post office. Um, so yeah, but from there on, it's actually whatever comes, whatever is, yeah, whatever we have to do. I mean, it can be packing some treats, or packing samples of treats, or shampoo and conditioner, or yeah, so many things. I
Okay,
mean, I
let's
think we go into detail there now.
exactly. I was going to say we can break out those different points. Do you want to have a quick check? Everyone is saying hello to you. I think on
Hello.
the comments that I'm seeing from with my squinting. So yeah, let's break out those different points. I suppose one of the things you mentioned was making products, packaging products. Do you have favorite and least favorite products to pack first of all?
Yes, I have, and this is just the packing of the product. It's not the product itself. We rank here. Um, so let's start with my least favorite. It's actually the crispy fish bites, because they're big, they're sharp, and they're just about fit in the pouch. It's actually, these are hard to pack. Um, but I love them, and Ruby loves them, and every dog loves them. So that's cool. Actually, my favorite product is actually
To pack or
to pack, to
yeah.
pack, or to produce and pack. Actually, it's the same in um, this moment. It's actually the our newest product, the paw and nose one, because if you like the moment you pour the hot wax and shea butter, whatever, mix in it. It's just yeah, like a meditation. It's just nice to see. You know what I mean?
So, just for anyone that hasn't seen us producing our paw and nose balm, because very few have, it's it starts out well. We mix it as a molten natural beeswax and the other natural products that are in there, like lavender oil and shea butter, and they all kind of mold together in a very hot liquid, just like pouring a candle or something like that. And then they're poured into a tin and they solidify, kind of basically before your eyes over the course of a couple of minutes.
Yeah,
So when you're creating them in a
it's very
series,
relaxing. Yeah,
yeah,
to see. That's it's just
you've heard of watching paint dry, but I think watching pawn nose balm dry could potentially be a better hobby. Um,
Next
Brilliant.
time we will make a video to let you know.
I think people might appreciate that. I think it's people tend to like some of the most interesting behind the scenes stuff. So another part of once you've got created a product and packaged a product, fulfillment is another thing. So we get a lot of orders in online. Thank you very much for your online orders.
Thank you.
But fulfillment takes up obviously a big part of your day as well,
It
right?
does. It does, and it's more to it than just um, throwing things into a packet and then just bring it off to the post office. There's a little bit more to it. I mean, um, I normally start with preparing the address labels, and then you have to pack the orders. And I mean, this sounds easy, but in the end, you have to make sure that every customer gets the right products they ordered. And thank God, it never happened to me so far that I made a mistake there. But look, if someone of you ever gets the wrong product, please bear with me and just let me know.
400 bottles of Omega oil instead of one.
Yeah, I think you wouldn't complain about this.
Exactly.
So then, of course, like packing it nicely, like we always do, and yeah, and then bring it to the post office. And this is actually the a very time-consuming part of my day. More or less can be more or less. Um, we have a really nice post office there, and they're so nice. Let me skip the queue from time to time. It's very long. I shouldn't say this, but it's nice of them.
We have a very good relationship because obviously you're almost every day at the post office, so it's it's easy to build a relationship when you're there so frequently. Um, And I suppose then on top of that as well, you do, I suppose, kind of more desk job functions on top of that. So you've got things like graphic design for our posts and for our newsletters. You've got things like looking after our website and putting up new products and new stock. And even you already mentioned as well the accounting. So uh, yeah, tell us a bit maybe about that side of what you do.
Yeah, this is actually the let's speak about the design things first. This is always, I mean, you have to feel very yeah, in the mood for it. It's a lot of creativity involved there, and if you are not create you don't have creativity in this moment, it will not work. So normally it I just do it whenever it comes to me. So it can be actually at 10 o'clock in the evening. I just grab my laptop, and you know it yourself. I grab my laptop and just start doing things for because just something I just have an idea and it comes to my mind. So yeah, that's it. And then of course, like checking the website is something um, not everyone knows, but maintaining a website is actually a lot of work. And I mean, with the new products, like the systems, it's easier these days, but it's a lot of work to do. And then yeah, come with all the ideas.
Yeah, so there's loads of business stuff that goes on behind the scenes, and I think a lot of small businesses will realize that you have to be you have to wear so many different hats. I mean, I know a lot of our customers, they see me at our live events, be that markets or dog events, and also see me on social media, whether you want to or not, because we've the Tuesday talks, but I also tend to kind of be fairly active on there so as well. So I suppose people tend to see my input into Ruby Reese an awful lot more than Chris's or indeed Ruby's. So it's important as well to kind of highlight that there's more that goes on in a business than just what's on Instagram. Even though we do try to share quite a lot as well. And I think it's important to point out that Chris does an awful lot of the day to day and takes care of that. Because I've got another commitment as well going on, kind of Monday to Friday. So I suppose let's move into how the year has gone for you. I mean, in general, how yeah, exactly how you feel the year has been for Ruby Reese.
I think I think our year was very successful. I mean, it was also stressful. I mean, we really have to say this, but it was very successful, and it was worth every minute we put into it. I would say.
Mm.
This was Ruby now. Um, yeah.
Ruby thinks that we should be spending a lot more time going on walks and safaris around the neighborhood. Apparently, no, I think there's just someone walking past the house. Um, Yeah, and I suppose from my side as well, how the year's gone. I think when I was thinking about the questions for this, I have a little bit of an advantage because I was thinking about them. I feel we also fulfilled an awful lot of what we set out to do from the very beginning with Ruby Reese. I feel that we always wanted to provide really high quality products that dogs love and that they're really good for their health and can even be suitable for niche cases where a dog can't have certain types of treat or proteins, and this is really important as well. We're really really happy to be able to do that. Um, so did you have Ruby has decided to join us as well up here on the live? Do you have a favorite event of the year, maybe?
Of the last year, actually two. One was a dog event. It was definitely Pups in the Park in Cork. It was just yeah, it was just an amazing event. We had so much fun there. Um, so this was very good. I really loved this. And as a non-doggy event, the Ballymaloo, oh, everything in Ballymaloo actually, because it's always so nice down there. I like the setting down there and everything, and the people are nice and yeah, actually.
And as soon as I want to,
Yeah, what about
mention
you?
a couple of other
Yeah.
events, I won't pick the same ones as you, just for the sake of keeping things a bit diverse. I'd also love to hear if anyone is watching in that has been to some of the events as well. What favorite doggy events or even non-doggy events they've had this year. But for me, I suppose I was thinking back, and even though I've loved some indoor events, and they're really really important for Irish weather, and I suppose it adds a level of reliability, like Pet Expo in Dublin, for example. We were lovely and dry, even though the weekend was pretty miserable outside. We weren't blown away, and we weren't washed out. But I think overall, from just the vibe that you get, and I think how chilled out dogs are, outdoor events are tend to be some of my favorites. So thinking right back to last January, I think we went to a pet friendly event at the Cheeky Piglet in Dublin.
That was
And it's,
nice.
yeah,
That was
just
nice.
so nice to be outside in the fresh air. Dogs have that little bit more space usually at an outdoor event. You're out there in the fresh air, and even sounds aren't echoing around like an indoor hall would be. So I think everyone tends to be that little bit more relaxed. It's a different pace. So Cheeky Piglet was right back in January, and very right up until very very recently, we also did an event outside in Farron Woods. So in the middle of the trees, right out in nature,
Yeah,
really
that
nice
was
vibe. And again, I think dogs just have a different vibe outdoors. So I think I'm a little bit biased.
this was very windy.
It was very windy at the last kind of 2 hours of Farron Woods, but we managed to brave it out. And like I say,
Yeah.
still absolutely one of my favorite events.
Daisy Boo and friends just said Ballymaloe Dog Day was fab. Yes, this was good as well. We liked it there as well. Yeah, yeah. It was the first time they did it this year, and they already confirmed it for next year. So I don't know the exact date, but we will announce it on the website.
Very beginning of April. It's already on the
Yeah.
Ballymaloe Grain Store website anyway. But yeah, absolutely. Have to agree. An absolutely outstanding event that was put on in the Ballymaloe Grain Store specifically for dogs. Again, one of our top ones for sure. Um,
And then we have Yogi the cattle dog. Love Dogitude. Yes, we definitely like it as well. We didn't have the chance to go there this year because we had another event at the same weekend. But yeah, I mean, we didn't finally decide what events. No, which
we
sorry.
don't have dates for any of them
No,
anyway,
no.
so
So next year. So, but we will see.
we
Perhaps
would
this year
we
Dogitude.
would love to check out either as vendors or even if we were lucky enough to be exhibitors. We would be very interested because again, I mean, doing some of these events, I think one of our favorite parts is meeting you guys. You know, I mean, it's always bizarre for us when the Instagram world and the real world connect. I think most of the time, maybe it's probably better for my own head that I don't realize that there is a real world that's connected to this, and that I just do this. I talk into a camera for a while, and that's about it. So I suppose it's really nice to actually get out there and put names to faces, or at least dogs' names to faces, because usually we end up kind of on our knees saying hello to people's dogs and not necessarily talking too much personally to their humans. It's always about the dog. And I suppose, Chris, one of the questions that a lot of people have been asking us as well was about favorite products. So I suppose we love all of our products for different reasons. But do you have a favorite product right now? Do you have a flavor of the month?
Do I have a favorite product at the moment? Um, I think the Omega oil. I think the Omega oil is my favorite product at the moment. I mean, you shouldn't prefer a child over the other, I would say, but definitely this one because it's so it's so good for so many things. I mean, it's good for the joints. It's good for the heart. It's good for and this is the most important thing actually. Actually, it's for the skin and for the coat. It's very good. So yeah, the omega oil is just superfood for dogs, and we give it to Ruby every day, and everyone should do it. Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, we saw such a glow up when you checked the question or the comments as well, because I can see loads flying up. We saw a glow up in Ruby about 10 days or 2 weeks after starting the omega oil with her. Sardine oil is so powerful, but we've been getting such great reviews from people as well, how it's helping dogs with things like arthritis and joint pain. But I suppose
Or even we just got it now there on the weekend. Just because the dog didn't like his food very much, they put it over the food, and he was mad about the food. So
and then as a result,
seasoning as well, if you want to say.
yeah, so it was used as a topping, but it also had the health benefits of having a glow up in the coat and the skin and everything as well. So
Yeah.
that's really cool. And I suppose just because you picked omega oil, I have to pick a different product.
So what's yours?
I would say conditioner, because the leave-in conditioner is used by so many people on a daily basis. We get so many people that say it saved their holiday when they were having van life at the beach, because otherwise the dog would have stunk of wet dog smell. Um, we have people that that get caught in the drizzle, and when they're out and about for a walk, and they use it the minute they come in. And we also have a lot of groomers that are, calling it things like the tail saver. If you haven't seen our episode on grooming, head back and check that out on the website later. So I would say, yeah, it's the conditioner is a top one in there as well. We get a lot of comments.
I mean, it is so good against matting. It is so good to get rid of loose hair. It is like, because it is detangling, and at the same time it is kind of a doggy cologne, if you want to say it like this. So it's everything at the same time. So, and with the cattle dog, super green. Yeah, super green. We like super green. We love super greens as well. Um, this is actually coming back to the product, which is hard to pack. Super greens would come second there.
Oh yeah,
because it's so dusty if you pack it. I like I'm sneezing green a few days afterwards.
Yeah. So it's
good for lungs as well.
Exactly. It's a really small, fine micron powder that you put over the food as a nutritional supplement, and it's 95% Irish seaweed and 5% organic parsley. But it's really, really fine powder. So yeah, I can imagine how it's difficult to pack.
I mean, it has to be that fine because so that the dog's body can digest it easier.
Absolutely, yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
this is the reason for it. So, but yeah.
Exactly. And I suppose there's been a lot of questions as well coming in over the last couple of days. What do we want to do more of next year?
Yeah, so in the end, I think it's meeting people. I mean, we can't. We are just two people. We just have that amount of time. But it would be nice to like to enhance this a little bit and meet people, different people, everywhere in Ireland. Yeah, and their dogs, of course.
Absolutely. I mean, I suppose community has been something that we've really, really enjoyed doing, building up a community. I feel the Tuesday Talks, in a sense, helps us to link kind of our normal weekdays in with building community as well. And we've built such great bonds with people, professionals across the dog industry in Ireland and the dog community. So it's something we're so passionate about. But getting out there and actually meeting people in flesh is also super important to us. And I suppose like another thing that we've spoken a lot about on the community front is charity as well. We've done loads with charity. I think how many packs of treats have we given to charity alone in the last couple of weeks?
I can't say because we gave them back in bigger bags, but yes, a lot of them. I think 200, 300.
More,
even more. Yeah. I didn't count them because this was not the reason. Like to say,
it's definitely runs into the hundreds, and it's definitely over 300 just in the last couple of weeks. Let's say 5-6 weeks. So it's something we really are passionate about, and I think we're going to do this with we've got rough plans, and they're going to be solidifying more and more on doing a couple of projects in the direction of charity going forward into 2024. So I think we'd love to make a huge impact, or as big of an impact as we possibly could. And this takes a lot of thought, a lot of effort, and time, and it'll also have the biggest reward if we we think it through and find out what's most needed by a couple of charities. So we're hoping to channel our efforts into kind of a couple of bigger projects where we can help the most.
That would be lovely. I mean, it is also so rewarding to see like the impact you can do with small things, and then with bigger things I hope we can make even a bigger
absolutely. Was there any questions coming in here?
This was just Daisy Boo and friends saying that we keep on doing the Tuesday talks. I would have said it later on. Yes, we will, or he will.
Absolutely. And I suppose all of this other community building activity that we really enjoy doing, the charity, the Tuesday talks, the other bits and pieces that we would also like to maybe look at in 2024, the, let's say, non-commercial side of what we're building as a brand. I mean, it's all supported through you guys. So ordering online is probably one of the best ways to support us to do what we love doing and really making an impact, because it means that we're not focusing on commercials and how we do it. So it's that we can focus on all of the other stuff too. So that's really important. But yes, we would love to keep the Tuesday talks going as long as we possibly could. I'm definitely learning loads from them and really really enjoying them.
Yeah. I mean, I'm normally the one in like afterwards, like cutting them and making them ready for the website and all the graphics to it. And but I really enjoy them as well, like working on them even in the background. It's nice. It's fun. Yeah. And we wouldn't do it if we wouldn't enjoy it. But
That's true, especially the dedication that goes in every week to kind of do, or most weeks to do them, and produce over 25 of them at least in the year. And I suppose one of the closing ideas that I wanted to touch on as well. What has been our biggest challenge, or what do we think has been
I
challenging
think
this
we
year?
mentioned it already a little bit. Is like I think we are just two people, and we just have this limited amount of time, and at the moment we can't afford 10 people working for us, so it's just us, and which is fine. But like we have to really say, okay, this weekend we can just be there, we can't be there, and sometimes it's hard to decide, and this is the challenge, I would say, to be everywhere a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I think as well. I agree. We can't clone ourselves yet. So or split ourselves in two. We'd love to be right now at Christmas markets all across Ireland. In Galway, in Wicklow, in Dublin, in Waterford, and out there and meeting everyone and really enjoying in the Christmas cheer everywhere. But we can just only get to as many things as we can get to. So I suppose that's been the challenge and trying to select things that you want to do is can be really really difficult because there's so many cool things happening on this small little island that we're on. You're always going to have FOMO and always say, God, I wonder what would have happened if we went to this other thing. So yeah, I suppose
Yeah.
that's it. Exciting year ahead. Are you excited for 2024
I'm
coming?
totally excited. I mean, like what we achieved in 2023. If it's the same in 2024, I'm not sure yet if I can deal with it. But yes, we will. Are you growing into it? This is this thing, and every day and every hour we're growing and learning something new, and it's just exciting and definitely not boring. And this is the thing,
That's
definitely
it.
not boring in a
No,
good way. In a good
absolutely.
way,
It's
yeah.
it's it stays really really interesting. We've learned so much, like you said, and we're really looking forward to new challenges, and coming back bigger and better in 2024.
Yeah.
So I suppose
If anyone has any more questions, would be the good question to ask now. Because now we're here and we can answer them. And so while we wait for them, um, I think I or we have to thank you all um, for your endless support over the year and for like especially for all the nice messages we get on Instagram or yeah, even Facebook or TikTok or like all the channels actually, even via email or via Christmas cards. We got Christmas cards from you. I just see Daisy Grew and friends there now. Um, so thank you for all these small little things which make such a big difference to us. Um, and also like all the nice reviews on Trustpilot. Oh my God! Like if you hear that you make really a difference in a dog's life, this is so great. This is just rewarding. It's just super. Yeah.
Absolutely. I think so as well. I think it's brilliant to hear your feedback. Keep in touch. We're also really, really privileged to have even been able to bring out new products and had ideas for products that were completely customer driven. So ideas that you know people have come out and said, I really want this. And I know there's plenty more that we've received and we need to work on. But from packaging ideas to actual product ideas to
This was actually a question there. Now, any new products for 2024?
Just so we can't right now. I don't think we're far enough along the line to with any product to say there's definitely going to be this specific product in 2024. But what I can say is I think we can safely say there will be new products in 2024.
Yeah.
They will be exciting. Some of them will be tasty. Some of them
We'll
might
just
not
be there for a short time.
yeah, and some of them might not be edible at all. But we will keep you updated on that. I think this time of year is one of the most difficult for doing things like product development. You might have noticed as well, Tuesday talks have kind of been a little bit more sparse, just because we're super busy and we can't do every single function at once. And you know it just takes time to develop something.
But also, like if any one of you have or sees something which is not on the market in Ireland or not in a way you would need it, it's always like give us a hint, pop us an email, and look, we will have a look into it. I mean, we can't promise anything that we will definitely make a product, but it's always like sometimes we don't see your needs. I mean, we try to predict them, but sometimes it's something simple we wouldn't even think about. Like Super Greens, for example, was one of these products, which was totally came out of discussions and like questions from customers. Yeah.
And it's often not just one customer coming with a you know with a wish. It's often merging two ideas together as well. You know, something that you know and something that someone needs, and then someone else comes along and adds another element to it. And I think that's the way innovation works, as everyone knows. You know, it's not always the first idea that you have is the best one, but we do need to hear your ideas so that we can use them to innovate.
Yeah.
So I think that's a wrap.
Thank you for all your nice comments here now. Yes, we will definitely enjoy our break, and we definitely need it, but this is okay. Yeah, thank you for all the comments here, and yeah, I think finally we can just say we wish you all a happy Merry Christmas.
And we're looking forward to seeing you in 2024.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, everyone. We appreciate it. Have a great night.